Hello everyone! The first video in the Coding Artemis Watch series is here. In this video, we'll guide you through some basic coding and demonstrate how to run the code. Let's get started. First, you must take the USB you got with your kit and prepare your Windows, Mac or Linux computer. Connect the Artemis Watch and go to code.circuitmass.com. If this is your first visit to the site, you'll need to create an account before proceeding. You can either use your email and create a password or just use your Google account. You can also find more detailed instructions on how to use circuit blocks in the caption. Let's begin by exploring the main menu. Here you will find the button for creating a new sketch, and next to it you'll have access to your saved sketches in the future. Scrolling down, you'll see different examples we have prepared for you. At the top of the site, you'll have options to restore firmware and to log out. Let's click on the new sketch. Choose Artemis Watch, and for the name of your sketch, write down Display, since that's what we'll be coding right now. You'll also see a section labeled Editor Type, where you can choose between Visual and Code. Opting for the visual option allows you to use colorful blocks, while choosing the code option means that you will have to input the code manually, just like the pros. Let's start. Once you open a new sketch, click on the Connect button in the top right corner and select your device from the list. Since your device is still running the stock firmware, you will first need to install MicroPython onto it. Click on the More Info button, located next to the message indicating that MicroPython is not installed. A window will appear with the option to install MicroPython onto your device. Great, now let's start coding. In this first example, we'll show you how to change the display color by pressing on the different buttons located on your device. Let's quickly go over the block sections we'll use in this example. The loops section will allow us to keep the code running indefinitely by using the loop forever block. The display section will allow us to use the display, in this instance to change the background color. The I/O section is used for different inputs and outputs. In this example, we'll only be using the buttons. Finally, the time section will allow us to add a time block at the end of our code. This block will determine the amount of time that passes before the code runs again. First, add the following blocks to define how the display color changes when the up button gets pressed. Now you can duplicate this set of blocks for the other three buttons and adjust them as shown here. Amazing! Finally, we need to add the loop forever block. Whatever we place inside will constantly be checked, which will ensure proper code execution. Make sure to always include the scan buttons block when using the buttons. Also, whenever you use the display, you must add the push frame block. Finally, you can also add the sleep 50 milliseconds block, which will determine the amount of time that will pass before the conditions are checked again. Well done! You're done with coding your first example. Click on the Run button in the top right corner to upload the code to your device. Now try pressing all the buttons and check how the color of the display changes. Experiment with the different colors. Which one do you think looks best on your Artemis watch? If you want to put the stock firmware back onto your device, you can simply go here and click on the Restore Firmware button. Thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for more examples.